My wife asked me where I was going today. I told her I was going to Elkins. When I was adopted at the age of 4, my adopted parents lived in a house in Elkins. And I remember that house. And I remember that house had ghosts in it. And at the time I thought of them as like the people that lived there that didn't talk to me. You went up to the upstairs of the house, there was a bedroom sort of on either side. And I remember sitting in one of those bedrooms and watching people coming up the stairs and going into the other bedroom. They didn't make any noise. I don't remember them as being transparent, but there were definitely several of them. I can't take you to that house today for 2 reasons. The first being that house was condemned and destroyed. The second being, I'm not in Elkins. What I had meant to say was Elkton. Where we're sitting right now is at the Dairy Queen in Elkton, Virginia. Up until today, this spot represented the beginning and the end of my knowledge of Elkton, Virginia. So let's go learn more about it. You meet someone almost every day doing this. I just met a guy named Buck. Buck, if you're watching this, it was good meeting you, man. Hope to catch up again sometime. This is a little spot that I saw. I'm right across from where I was at the Dairy Queen. And it's got, sorry about turning so fast, all these little plaques about local history. Alright, he's finally stopped. All these plaques about local history and stuff, which I'm not gonna read all of them to you because I want you to keep watching the video. But it's neat. If you come to Elkton, check it out. I once saw a YouTube video about a guy making a cup of tea. And I thought, if people will watch a YouTube video of some guy heating up a kettle, an electric kettle, and pouring hot water over a tea bag, then people might actually just be interested in some of the stuff that I do. If you get your tea in a tin like this, and when the tin's empty, like this one is, you have a useful little container for you to put your, I don't know, little screws you're never going to use, or washers that won't fit, whatever you need them for. That little piece of plastic that you don't even know what it is, you know. All those useless things that it would be sacrilege to throw away. Elkton, Virginia is literally steeped in history. I know. I'm a middle-aged father. You're going to have to give me one now and then. And yes, I realize there have been several so far. There's probably going to be more. If you don't like that, just feel around the This is Conrad's store, this building behind me. The original building was built in 1745 or thereabout. general store. This one was built in the mid-1800s. It served as a post office for the Confederate Army during the Civil War. Elkton was not always called Elkton. Before it was Elkton. It's called Redstone. We're going to go to two locations next. Both of them are haunted. Should be fun.
Vous êtes prêts?
Je suis prêt. This is the Miller Kite House. It was built in 1827 by Henry Miller Jr. He was the grandson of Adam Miller. Adam Miller was perhaps the first settler in this part of the Shenandoah Valley. This house is not currently open, but it does open. They do tours here. This was believed to be the headquarters of Stonewall Jackson during the time of the Valley Campaign in April of 1962. I did that in my last video too. In April of 1862, this house is well known for being haunted. The stories of the hauntings include phantom footsteps and reflections in mirrors. People have reported being touched or feeling like someone is right behind them. There's a group called Lunar Paranormal. They host tours here. They have found two spirits. One on the second floor that they believe is the spirit of Stonewall Jackson. The other, I guess, is the spirit of Edwin Kite, who was a Civil War soldier. Apparently he likes to talk and he communicates with them through a spirit box. I have to come back sometime and check out the inside. This is the Jennings house that serves as the Elkton Town Hall. It was used as a hospital for wounded soldiers in the Civil War. And there is a huge oak tree that they used to treat the soldiers underneath of. And I imagine that basketball court was not here at the time. Pretty much everyone in Elkton knows about a ghost named Cecil that lives in this house. Lunar Paranormal has done investigations here. Although off the top of my head. I do not remember if they found anything. I imagine they did. I was talking to a couple of police officers around back. The bottom floor of this house is a police station. And they said they hear things, feel things that aren't there all the time in this building. It's pretty cool. Walking in through the back door of the house, which is the front door of the police station, this place seemed like the least likely candidate ever for a haunted house. It serves as their town hall, so I didn't do any talking in the house because there's people in offices doing their whatever you do in a town hall stuff. As you come up to the second floor through the back stairwell, you open into the main hall here, and it's really neat. And also, this is where you start to see that it could be a haunted house, right? Like it feels old, it looks old, it is old. It's beautiful though. They've done a great job keeping it well maintained, and it's a pretty classic house. I enjoyed visiting it. When I was a kid, my family was going on this little overnight hiking trip somewhere in West Virginia. And as we got to the trailhead, there were a bunch of guys coming down on horseback. And one of the guys told us that if we got up to the shelter up there, that someone had carved into the wall, "I seen a bear." And he thought that was funny because it should have said, "I saw a bear." Well, we hiked up there, and sure enough, someone carved into the wall of that shelter, "I seen a bear." This concludes my tour. If you did, do all that stuff you do, the thumbs up thing, subscribing thing, the tell your friends thing, or tell your enemies, tell it on a mountain, whatever you gotta do, help me out. I'll catch y'all next time.